Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma. The headlines. Bharatiya Janata Party wins historic third term in Legislative Assembly of Haryana. In Jammu and Kashmir, National Conference Congress Alliance to form government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says people of Haryana gave hat-trick to BJP on the issue of development and good governance. Prime Minister to initiate development projects of over 7,600 crore rupees in Maharashtra through video conferencing today. Trachoma eliminated from India as a public health problem, says WHO. Conflict in West Asia intensifies as Hezbollah launches substantial rocket attack on Israeli city of Haifa. In Women's T20 World Cup, India and Sri Lanka to clash in Group A fixture in Dubai today. And in men's cricket, second T20 International between India and Bangladesh to be played in New Delhi this evening. The counting of votes for the assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana concluded last night. The Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, secured a majority in the 90-member Legislative Assembly in Haryana, winning 48 seats. With the win, the party has got historic third consecutive term. On the other hand, the Indian National Congress captured 37 seats. The Indian National Lok Dal, INLD, won 2 seats, and among independent candidates, 3 emerged victorious. In Jammu and Kashmir, the National Conference Congress Alliance is set to form the next government, surpassing the halfway mark with 48 seats in the 90-member assembly. The National Conference secured 42 seats, while its alliance partner, the Indian National Congress, won 6 seats. The BJP won 29 seats. The Jammu and Kashmir People's Democratic Party, PDP, secured 3 seats, while the Jammu and Kashmir People's Conference, Communist Party of India Marxist and the Aam Aadmi Party each won 1 seat. Independents claimed 7 seats. The prominent winners in the Union Territory, former Chief Minister and National Conference leader Umar Abdullah, won from both the Budgam and Ganderbal constituencies. In a significant setback, PDP leader Iltija Mufti, daughter of party chief Mehbooba Mufti, was defeated in Bijbihara. BJP State President Ravinder Raina also lost in Naushera. We have more from our correspondent from Srinagar.
As the National Conference and Congress Alliance has got majority in Jammu and Kashmir, political activities for formation of government will increase in the Union Territory in the coming days. National Conference Vice President Umar Abdullah has said that in the coming days, meetings of National Conference and Congress Alliance newly elected MLAs will be held to elect the leader of Legislature Party. However, his father and National Conference President Farooq Abdullah has already declared that Umar Abdullah would be the Chief Minister. People in Jammu and Kashmir are eager to see the formation of new government as election in the Union Territory were held after the gap of 10 years, and there was good participation of people across J&K in this assembly polls. With Sushil Chandra Tiwari, Diwakar, Akashvani News, Srinagar.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said truth, development and good governance have won in Haryana. He said people of Haryana gave a hat-trick of victory to BJP on the issue of development. Addressing party workers at BJP headquarters in New Delhi after historic assembly election results for BJP in Haryana, Mr. Modi congratulated the people of Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir.
हरियाणा में तीसरी बार लगातार कमल खिला है। गीता की धरती पर सत्य की जीत हुई है। गीता की धरती पर विकास की जीत हुई है। गीता की धरती पर सुशासन की जीत हुई है। हर जाति, हर वर्ग के लोगों ने हमें वोट दिया है।
He said BJP is not only the largest party in the world, it lives in the hearts of most people too.
साथियों, भाजपा दुनिया का सिर्फ सबसे बड़ा दल ही नहीं है, भाजपा सबसे ज्यादा दिलों में भी बसी हुई है। हरियाणा में जनता ने विकास के मुद्दे पर भाजपा की हैट्रिक लगाई।
He added that the BJP government puts the nation first and is committed to serving the poor.
भाजपा की सरकार राष्ट्र को सर्वोपरि रखती है। नेशन फर्स्ट। भाजपा की सरकार गरीबों की सेवा के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। केंद्र हो या फिर हरियाणा, इन 10 सालों में भाजपा की सरकार पर भ्रष्टाचार का एक दाग नहीं लगा है।
On Jammu and Kashmir, he remarked that after decades of wait, finally peaceful assembly elections were held in Jammu and Kashmir.
जम्मू कश्मीर में दशकों के इंतजार के बाद आखिरकार शांतिपूर्वक चुनाव हुए। ये भारत के संविधान की जीत है, भारत के लोकतंत्र की जीत है। जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों ने नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस और उनके गठबंधन को ज्यादा सीटें दी है। मैं उन्हें भी शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। वोट प्रतिशत के हिसाब से देखें तो जम्मू कश्मीर में जितनी भी पार्टियां चुनाव लड़ रही थी, उसमें वोट शेयर के हिसाब से भाजपा सबसे बड़ी पार्टी बनकर के उभरी है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will virtually lay the foundation stone today of various development projects in Maharashtra worth over rupees 7,600 crore through video conferencing. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone of the upgradation of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar International Airport in Nagpur. It is expected that the new infrastructure will serve as a catalyst for growth across multiple sectors, including manufacturing, aviation, tourism, logistics and healthcare, benefiting Nagpur city and the wider Vidarbha region. In addition, Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone of the new integrated terminal building at Shirdi Airport worth over rupees 645 crore. Prime Minister will also launch operationalization of 10 government medical colleges in Maharashtra located at Mumbai, Nashik, Jalna, Amravati, Gadchiroli, Buldhana, Washim, Bhandara, Hingoli and Amarnath in Thane. In line with his vision to position India as the skill capital of the world, Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Indian Institute of Skills in Mumbai. Further, Prime Minister will inaugurate the Vidya Samiksha Kendra of Maharashtra. Ankita Apte, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
President Draupadi Murmu will visit All India Institute of Ayurveda, AIIA, in New Delhi today. On the occasion, the President will address the 8th Foundation Day celebration of All India Institute of Ayurveda. This is Akashwani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. The World Health Organization, WHO, has declared that this year India has eliminated trachoma as a public health problem. With this, India has become the 3rd country in the Southeast Asia region to achieve this milestone. The WHO officially certified India during its regional committee meeting in New Delhi yesterday. Trachoma is a contagious bacterial infection that affects the eyes and spreads through the eyes, eyelids, nose or throat secretions of infected people. The conflict in West Asia has intensified dramatically as Hezbollah unleashed its most substantial rocket barrage to date on the Israeli city of Haifa. The aggressive move comes with the militant group's leadership pledging to maintain its offensive against Israel. In response, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that Israeli forces have eliminated potential successors to former Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, though he did not disclose their identities. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has highlighted the critical role of the UN Palestine Refugee Agency, UNRWA, in the region. Speaking to journalists, Guterres emphasized that UNRWA is more than ever indispensable and irreplaceable. More from our West Asia correspondent.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has responded to the intensifying situation by calling for an immediate ceasefire in both Gaza and Lebanon. Guterres warned that the region is at risk of descending into an all-out war if hostilities are not halted. In addition, the Secretary General has also expressed profound concern over the 2 bills currently before the Israeli parliament that could severely impact the operations of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees. Guterres emphasized that the critical role of UNRWA in providing essential aid to Palestinians, particularly during the past year of conflict in Gaza. He has personally written to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to voice his apprehension about the proposed legislation. Vinod Kumar, Akashvani News, Dubai.
The Reserve Bank of India is going to announce its bi-monthly policy today. The 3-day monetary policy meeting began on Monday. For the previous 9 consecutive sessions, the central bank has kept the repo rate unchanged at 6.5% since February 2023 in an effort to balance inflation control with economic growth. Analysts expect this time too, the central bank may keep interest rates steady, especially as it evaluates the sustainability of recent declines in inflation. The Controller and Auditor General CAG of India, Girish Chandra Murmu, convened the first State Finance Secretaries Conference in New Delhi yesterday. Mr. Murmu emphasized the need for harmonizing expenditure at the disaggregated level of object heads across all states and the union government. He urged stakeholders to collaborate to advance the finalization of monthly accounts in states from the current deadline of the 25th of the succeeding month to the 10th. The primary aim of the conference was to institutionalize the CAG's outreach to stakeholders and strengthen communication with state governments to address public financial management issues. In the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, India will face Sri Lanka in their third Group A match in Dubai this evening. The match is scheduled to begin at 7:30 p.m. IST. More from our correspondent.
Whatever it takes, yeah.
The battle for the coveted semi-final spot in the World Cup has intensified in both groups, as a loss at this stage could mean an early exit from the tournament. After overcoming their disappointing loss to New Zealand in the first match, India is coming off a 6-wicket victory against Pakistan. In contrast, Sri Lanka sits at the bottom of Group A, having suffered heavy defeats to both Pakistan and Australia. India cannot afford any slip-ups from here, as they not only need to win but must secure a victory large enough against Sri Lanka to boost their net run rate before the crucial league game against defending champions Australia on October 13. Meanwhile, in the first match of the day, South Africa will lock horns with Scotland in Dubai at 3:30 p.m. IST. Manik Sharma, Akashvani News, Sports Desk.
In table tennis, India will face Japan in the semi-final of the Asian Table Tennis Championship in the women's team event in Kazakhstan today. The Indian team is guaranteed its first ever medal in the championship regardless of the results. In badminton, Indian shuttler Lakshya Sen will face Denmark's Rasmus Kemke, while Kiran George is set to take on Wang Xiu Wei of Chinese Taipei in men's singles first round match of Arctic Open 2024 in Vantaa, Finland today. In the women's singles, two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu crashed out in the first round yesterday, losing to Canada's Michelle Lee. However, India's Akarshi Kashyap and Malvika Basond advanced to the round of 16. Kashyap defeated Germany's Yvonne Lee 21-19, 21-14. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Nina Arakel.
Thank you, Sunil. The Haryana and J&K Assembly elections results appear as the top headlines in most dailies today. BJP keeps Haryana NC-led alliance bags J&K, headlines The Hindu. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari has launched Humsafar policy, which will introduce many facilities such as clean toilets, baby care rooms, wheelchairs and EV charging stations at fuel stations along India's highways, reports the Pioneer. Delhi has seen 3 dengue deaths and a sharp spike in cases of malaria in the first week of October, writes the Indian Express. In solidarity with juniors, senior doctors at RG Kar Medical College Hospital tender mass resignation, headlines The Statesman. And finally, godfather of artificial intelligence Geoffrey Hinton and physicist John Hopfield have won the Nobel Prize for Physics for helping create the building blocks of machine learning, writes Hindustan Times. And with that, it's back to you, Sunil.
Thank you, Nina. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Bharatiya Janata Party wins historic third term in Legislative Assembly of Haryana. In Jammu and Kashmir National Conference, Congress alliance to form government. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says people of Haryana gave hat-trick to BJP on the issue of development and good governance. Prime Minister to initiate development projects of over 7,600 crore rupees in Maharashtra through video conferencing today. Trachoma eliminated from India as a public health problem, says WHO. Conflict in West Asia intensifies as Hezbollah launches substantial rocket attack on Israeli city of Haifa. In Women's T20 World Cup, India and Sri Lanka to clash in Group A fixture in Dubai today. And in men's cricket, second T20 International between India and Bangladesh to be played in New Delhi this evening. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.